Yo, yo! Today I want to give a shout out. A shout out to everyone who is in the trenches creating a life that actually means something to them. Because you know what? It's not easy. In fact, this is some of the most challenging, some of the most growth orientated work that you'll ever do. And there can be this glamorization of living the dream life, being on the beach, traveling the world, whatever it is. And the reality is that sometimes it's really fucking difficult. You know, one of the biggest realizations that I ever had in my life was that there's another lifestyle that's possible. And I learned this through travel. I learned this through going to Europe and kind of going to a bunch of different countries and realizing, here I am, I'm in New York, represent anytime, any place, New York, New York. And I realized when I took a trip that, there's a different lifestyle than the 9 to 5, grind it out type of lifestyle. But I didn't know that, right? Like the internet at that point, 5 years ago, whatever, social media hadn't infiltrated my consciousness to the point where I realized like there's another way to live life. And when I realized that, I said, you know what, I'm going to do whatever it takes to live in a lifestyle where I have the freedom and the time to do the things that actually matter to me. And in this process, it required me to make some courageous choices to, stop eating out, to stop buying new clothing, to stop going out on the weekends, or to limit the amount I spent. I canceled my home phone. I canceled my cable TV. I sold my car, which, seemed fucking impossible. I got rid of my motorcycle. I reduced my expenses literally in half. And then I quit my job. And I want to give a shout out to everyone who's in that place, who's left that job, who's reduced their expenses, who's on the path in life that is the most fulfilling and the most challenging, and who is trying to figure it out, who's figuring it out, who's learning things about themselves, who's at their edge, who has their entire family freaking out because your family thinks you're fucking nuts for living this life. I give a shout out to you, and I honor you for being at your edge and for daring to do the meaningful work that your soul is asking for, to not let the social narrative confine you to an inauthentic experience of the way life needs to be. You are my hero today. Thank you for that. Big shout out. And I'm there with you. I've been on this journey for the last 30 years now, but specifically for the last 5 years, having quit my job. And there's ups and there's downs, and it's rewarding and it's challenging, and there's freakouts and there's huge wins. And it can feel like you're in an insane asylum unless you have support in order to really get you through what you're going through and help you get through what you're going through. So my shout out is to you today for being wherever you are on this journey, to celebrate the fact that you stepped into courageously choosing to create your life instead of letting society dictate the way it needs to be, to know that your fulfillment and your happiness comes from inside out, and that we're all human, we're all trying, and that you are perfect exactly as you are. You don't need to change whatsoever, and at the same time, the only way to be fulfilled is to grow and change. It's a beautiful little paradox there. Shout out to you for being in the trenches. If there's anything I can do to help, and there is, because that's what I do, but if there's anything specifically that you'd like my help with, feel free to reach out. I'm here for you. Lots of love, and I honor you, my hero for the day. Peace.